John Mendez Hurlbert, 26, CF 91. All right, and Mr. Mendez Hurlbert is approaching. And do I have standby counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, that would be the PD's office.
Yes, thank you. All right, I have Mr. Ferris. So, good morning, sir. Looks like we are scheduled for some motions to be heard on June 18th at 9:30. So, are you still on track for that?
No, I'm not. I filed some more paperwork for you to see, to review, so that I have more information as far as my, let's see.
Okay, so are you wanting more things to be heard that day, or are you needing
Yes,
a
ma'am.
different date?
Well, I need a different date, because I did file more paperwork, and I did ask James if he saw it this morning. He said he hasn't seen it yet.
You mean Mr. Ferris?
Yeah, Mr. Ferris.
Okay. I don't know what, I see some things were filed last week.
Right, and then a week or two before that, there was some other stuff filed. I haven't heard anything back. These things need to be addressed so that I can prepare further for all of the entire case.
Okay, so, Mr. Herbert, it's your obligation to set things for a hearing. You've mentioned it before about your motion to dismiss. That was at our hearing in April, so I set it for that May date, and then you needed more time, so on that date, I set it for next Thursday. So are you telling me that you are not wanting a hearing next Thursday?
No, I'm not ready.
Okay. When do you think you will be ready?
Well, I'd still need all of the requests, all of the documentation that I've requested.
What would that be?
Well, things like, let's see here. I got so many things going on here. Things like the Cowanto challenge.
Sorry?
Cowanto?
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Okay, well, it's basically for jurisdiction and authority. And I'm waiting to get a response for all this stuff
From who?
from any of you. I filed it in the files and no one's responded, no one's emailed it. No one's answered my affidavit.
I really don't know what you're talking about because most of the stuff you filed does not make sense.
Yes, so there's also a bid,
Sorry?
there's also a bond. I bonded the case as well.
A bond?
Yes, ma'am, there's a
What-
bond on the case as well.
What does that mean?
That means this case.
You have posted bond.
That means this case has already been settled with this bonds.
Sir, a lot of the things that you have filed are nonsense. They don't make sense. I don't understand what you're talking about with a lot of the things you're requesting. If you want public records, I know you know how to do that because you've requested them previously. You'll have
Right.
to go through court administration if you want public records. If you want public records from the state, there's a way to do that as well.
Okay, so,
But regarding your case, you've already had one continuance. It's from January, this case is. We were set to hear some of your motions next week on June 18th. I set a hearing. Are you telling me you do not want to go forward with your motion to dismiss that day?
no,
Okay.
I need more time to prepare the case. I also have some questions that need to be answered that haven't been answered.
Sir, I don't know what you're referring to.
I'm referring to an injured party. Is there an injured party on this case?
Sir, the sovereign citizen stuff doesn't make sense. It's
I'm not a
nonsense.
sovereign citizen.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's footage starts with what should have been a routine orientation at a national park, but things quickly become tense when park officials and police approach a man who insists he is not hunting and has no firearms with him. He explains that the orientation had been publicly announced and that he had already informed officials about his plans. Instead of simply accepting the explanation, officers begin asking for his license, registration, and proof of insurance because his vehicle is parked along the roadway. The man repeatedly explains that there are no firearms or live ammunition inside the vehicle, yet the questioning continues. He starts feeling pressured and openly tells the officers that the encounter is beginning to feel like harassment. At this point, the situation is still verbal, but the tension is clearly building.
Also, is the prosecutor ready to make a verified claim under penalty of perjury?
Is the state ready for trial?
Your Honor, there are some depositions that the state would want to take in this case.
Okay.
And so in light of that fact, the state would ask for a continuance until the August 10th date.
Okay. Mr. Holbert,
I understand
want your motions to be heard.
I understand a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense,
It doesn't.
but in the constitutional courts, it does. And that's why I have to get this stuff on the record. Especially this here, no state shall make law unless it is agreed with the laws of the land and the Constitution. If it's not, it is opponent to and null and void. So you don't know what that means either?
Sir, a lot of the things you're saying are not making sense.
Okay.
So here's
No
what.
problem, no problem. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm
Okay.
just have to put this on record for my
Understood.
protection.
I completely understand. So you're requesting to cancel your hearing that's currently scheduled for June 18th, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to give more time so that all of these are, so that all of my requests are answered, so then I can prepare properly again. Because when I first did that motion, I wasn't prepared as I am now,
Okay.
so I would love to have more time.
All right, so let's find a date.
Well, depending on, sorry, not to interrupt, depending on when they give me the information, I'm going to need to look at it thoroughly, because a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense to me either, so.
That's why I really want to encourage you to get a lawyer.
No,
I'm happy
no,
to
thank you.
appoint one for
I'm
you.
already under threat, duress, and coercion. I don't need no help.
Okay, a lawyer can help explain all of these things to you
Okay,
and help you navigate the system.
Okay, I have counsel that's also helping me out too.
Counsel, you have a lawyer?
No, I have counsel,
Counsel,
yeah.
okay.
I sit and pray about things, that's what I mean.
Okay,
No
well,
disrespect.
I understand, and I'm not trying to disrespect you either, sir. I just think that if you got a lawyer, and I'm happy to appoint one for you, they could explain a lot of these things in the process and how to get done a lot of the things you might be wanting to get done,
Well, it's simple, I just need the proof of the actual crime.
okay? Has the state provided discovery?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Has the state provided discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When was that? I see one on April 13th. That was an amended discovery. Sir, Mr. Mendez-Herbert, have you been getting the discovery from the state that they've been?
I have received partial discovery, ma'am.
Okay,
And all of it is not there, and that's why I'm filing more stuff and requesting more time, because
okay,
the stuff that I need for my defense, like where is the evidence of the supposed crime I committed, and all of these other issues. There's so many issues.
okay.
Not to mention, I'm being threatened, I'm having police come to my house saying that I'm threatening people, which I don't even leave my house, so I don't know what's going on here.
As more officials arrive, the situation becomes even more complicated. The warden explains that from his perspective, seeing ammunition-related items near a national park naturally raises concerns, especially after reports of gunshots in the area. The man pushes back, insisting that the items are spent cartridges and that he has no firearm with him. He repeatedly reminds the officers that his purpose is simply orientation and preparation.
What I'm going to do is set your case for August the 10th. That's pretrial conference. Whenever you're ready to reset your motions for a hearing, it would be incumbent upon you to reach out to schedule that.
Right.
You need to contact the clerk's office.
Right. So that's why I need all the documentation so that I can prepare more. Like, this whole thing has been a rabbit hole, if you would.
Okay. So,
'Cause there's two different, there's like three different laws I have to try to squeeze in one, and this doesn't make sense to this person, that doesn't make sense to this person, like, what's going on?
all right.
You understand what I mean?
I think so.
And I don't want to practice law, I just want to know my constitutional rights.
And that's where a lawyer can help you.
And that's where I'm being violated as well.
A lawyer can help you with all of those things, to explain all that to you.
Okay.
And if your rights are being violated, they'll file the appropriate motion. Are you sure you don't want a lawyer?
I've already done that to different courts, so,
You sure you don't want a lawyer appointed?
no, I'm sure. I'm also due just compensation because I'm the only injured party here.
All right, well, sir, this is a criminal court. We don't do damages in this court, so I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Okay, where's your comptroller office at?
Sir, I don't know what you're referring to, but I have set your next court date of August 10th at 9 o'clock for pretrial conference. I will see you then. If you want your motion to dismiss heard or the other motions, you need to contact the clerk's office to get a court date, okay?
Okay, well, I just need them to respond. I need everybody to respond to my documentation, my paperwork, because that will show me whether you guys have jurisdiction or not. That's all.
If you need public records, I've already covered that with you today.
Okay.
So we'll see you on August 10th, and if not before.
When police arrive, the same questions continue, including whether he is carrying a weapon. He calmly denies it and eventually provides his license and insurance information. The officers maintain that their concern comes from public safety and reports of possible gunfire nearby. The man, however, believes his rights are being tested. He even says he intends to request the relevant 911 call to determine exactly what was reported. What began as a simple conversation is now turning into a serious confrontation.
For SP 1902232, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1902234, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Graves.
Is Destiny Graves still here? Unmute yourself, ma'am. Start your camera and state
Hello,
your
can you
name.
hear me?
Start your camera, please.
I'm trying to figure out how. I just had it right before. Oh, okay. Hello.
State your name. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
State your name.
I am Destiny Raven Graves, the beneficiary of the estate name Destiny Raven Graves. I am here on special visitation to address the matters in my abatement. And I am here as a friend of the court, and I stand by God as my witness.
All right. Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's going to attempt to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay? Join the room.
I'm sorry?
Join the room. Let us know what you want to do when you come out. We'll pass the matter. All right, are we ready on Graves?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that Nadia Gilbert? Please, let's go back on the record with Ms. Graves. Ms. Graves, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, we are
I'm
unable
not-
to engage.
I am not a client of his. He is very disrespectful. I am not a client of his.
What do you want to do, ma'am? Come on.
I would like to address the matters in my abatement.
I don't know what that means.
Did you
I
get
have
the
no clue.
abatement that I sent? You did.
I have no clue. I have no clue what that means. I have
You
no
don't know
clue what any of
what means again?
this- I do not know what this stuff means.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by that? You don't know what means exactly.
I'll elaborate on it.
Okay, well, I'm here to address the matters in my abatement. I have it here, right here. I sent it to you also.
Yeah, I have something that you sent to me. It has no basis in law or fact.
What doesn't have basis of law or facts? My abatement.
This abatement stuff you're talking about.
Can
Ma'am,
you
what do you
elaborate
want?
on?
What do you want? I'm not gonna sit here and waste people's time or my time. What do
Your
you
Honor,
want? You want a trial date? Wait a minute. Don't talk when I'm talking. What do you want? You want a trial date or do you want an offer?
do I want a trial date or what?
An offer to resolve this stuff today.
I would like to address the matters of my abatement before moving forward. So we can
Go
do
ahead,
that.
go ahead. Go make your record.
Okay, so first I would like to say I am not a citizen of the United States Corporation. Therefore, I am not an employee of the United States who is subject to the status regulations defined to the IRS code, which applies only to the contract employees, to the US contract employees. I am woman. I was created by God with dominion. The creator is subject to the creator and nothing else.
Is that it, ma'am?
Well, as long as we can address the matters of my abatement.
All right, you've addressed it. You've made your record.
Right, so we're
Discussion then shifts from identification and firearms to something much bigger: land rights, hunting restrictions, and constitutional arguments. The man raises his interpretation of laws surrounding the land, arguing that the area has not been properly surrendered and questioning the government's authority to control its use. The officers don't engage deeply with those legal claims. Instead, they focus on safety, explaining that hunting with a rifle in the area could endanger people because trails remain accessible and the surrounding population is too large. They also explain that some areas are closed because of public safety concerns and private property issues. The man argues that officials could simply close the trails if they wanted to allow hunting safely. Then comes the controversial moment. He suggests that communication is pointless because enforcement could lead to arrests, saying people may have to operate covertly. The officers remain focused on preventing accidents and protecting the public.
Cannot proceed.
All right, Ms. Graves, let's go back on the record. I'm just gonna, I don't want to hear any more about this abatement or anything like that. All I want to know is, do you want a trial date? Where's Miss Destiny Graves?
okay. Can you hear me?
Come on, let's get a jury trial date for this young lady.
Excuse me, I do not consent to that, Your Honor. But if you
You don't have to, but stop. No, don't say anything unless I speak to you. You don't have to consent to it. I'm gonna give you a trial date, a jury trial date. You bring this stuff up amongst your peers and let them make a decision on it, okay?
Can I just say this?
No.
I do have the right to, I have the right to.
Ms. Graves, the judge said no. That means be quiet.
Okay. Jury trial. You said jury trial and what else?
It's a jury trial date. I'm gonna set a final pretrial date to make sure that the officers appear on that final pretrial date, which will be the day before the jury trial date. If the officer does not appear on that final pretrial date, we'll dismiss the cases. If the officer does appear on that final pretrial date, we'll move forward with the jury trial.
Okay, so we're not addressing the matters of my abatement.
I've let you make a record of that, ma'am. That you mentioned nothing about what the court is supposed to do with this stuff. I told you the court doesn't even know what you're talking about. This doesn't have anything to do with the Michigan court rules, Michigan rules of evidence, or anything. That's what the court follows. If you can't follow that,
Due process, I do follow. I follow the court rules because I'm following due process. I have the right to due process.
Right, and we're giving you July 14th. That's your jury trial date, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, July 14th.
This is your due process, your trial date. July 14th is your jury trial
I'm
date.
asking for due process under the Constitution. That's what I'm asking for.
And that's what you're getting.
No, I'm not. Your Honor, respectfully, I'm not getting that.
All right, well, then you take it up with the appeals court or whoever you want to take it up with.
Okay. Because this is breach of the Constitution.
If that's what you call it. I don't
Okay.
call it the breach of the Constitution.
If
I call it.
it is, you're not allowing me to speak up for myself. You're telling me what I have to do.
Listen, I gave you a chance to speak. I gave you a chance to address your abatement. I told you about the abatement and how the court feels about the abatement.
And that's what I'm trying to do, Your Honor.
Say, you're not going to convince me by any more words, by anything else you have to say. We've been down this road many times with you. Okay, so say what you want to say. I'm going to set a pretrial date, and I'll give you this time to say what you need to say, and we'll move on.
Okay, so I'm gonna address my abatement now. Give me 1 second. 1 second. OICD, please. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna address the matters in my abatement. And that is, I respectfully demand civilian due process as required under the Constitution and equitable principle on which this nation was founded. All right, I will continue. Before this matter may lawfully proceed, I require clarification as to whether this tribunal recognizes my constitutional rights, including my rights of meaningful due process, my rights to face my accuser, my rights to challenge jurisdiction before any further action is taken. I have been issued citation without any verified complaint made under penalty or perjury by a lawful injured party. A citation issued by an officer without sworn testimony from an injured human being does not meet the constitutional requirement of an accuser. A court of equity will not proceed without.
Now the conversation moves even deeper into the man's beliefs about land ownership and government authority. He questions how land can supposedly be leased when, according to his argument, it was never surrendered in the first place. He claims that historical actions by colonial authorities deprived his people of their rights and insists that the current system does not make sense under its own rules. The park official tries to bring the conversation back to reality, explaining that legal proceedings and existing regulations must be resolved before the area can potentially become a designated hunting location. The official repeatedly emphasizes the same point. Right now, the area is not equipped for rifle hunting because members of the public may still be using the trails. The man argues that officials have had years to educate the public and believes the closure of trails proves the government has the ability to make hunting possible. Both sides clearly disagree, but neither wants to back down.
There is no injured party, no sworn complaint, no damaged property, no affidavit of harm. Therefore, there's no adversarial controversy of court to adjudicate. Accordingly, I petition for abatement until a sworn verified complaint is produced, jurisdiction is established on the record, my constitutional and equitable rights are affirmed in writing, and then we have the equitable basis for my abatement. The maximus of equity.
Ms. Horn, can you put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Excuse me.
Speaker Horn.
Excuse me, Ms. Horn. Ms. Shetta Lockhart, please stop.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ms. Horn.
Thank you. Tamika Horn on behalf of the City of Detroit.
All right. I'm just putting your appearance on the record because I'm giving Ms. Graves her due process with a jury trial, a right to a trial. Ms. Horn, the jury trial date is going to be July 14th. I expect all people to appear on the final pretrial date of July 13th. All parties appear.
To be clear, Your Honor, the matters in my abatement will not be addressed today.
On July 13th at 8:30. That's going to be the final pretrial date. So make sure your officers are summoned for July 13th and the 14th. I expect them to appear. If they don't appear, we'll dismiss the case.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. We will be ready to go.
Okay. And
Your Honor, can I ask you a question?
No, you don't ask me questions. You go ahead and finish making your record.
Okay.
Are you
Okay,
done,
so
ma'am?
no, I'm continuing, Your Honor. Next choice of equity. Equity will not suffer a wrong without a remedy. Equity regards substance over form. He
Are you
who
just reading? Are you
I am
reading
reading
from?
because I want to make sure that I have everything, but I would like for you to hear my
Stop.
baby.
Stop. Are you
Okay.
reading this that you filed? Is that what you're doing?
Your Honor, I am reading that.
Okay, so we don't need to go any further. I noted that you have this in the file. I placed this in your file. What ruling do you want me to make on this? What are you asking the court?
I am simply asking the court to address the matters of my abatement before moving forward.
I don't know what you're talking about abatement. I can't
I'm
address
asking the abatement that I'm trying to read to you, that's my abatement. I'm asking for due process. A proper due process. That's what I'm asking for. I'm
And the court,
asking for the judge and for
and
the
the
court.
court feels that it's giving you proper due process.
How do you feel that way if you haven't addressed any matters of my abatement?
Because I don't recognize, I don't understand that stuff. It doesn't have anything. If it's not in the court rules, if you can't
It's in
cite
the
a court rule,
Constitution, Your Honor.
or if cite the Constitution, cite the section of the Constitution. I'm not going any further with this. That your abatement or whatever that you filed is in the file,
The matters were not.
that is in the file, and I've given you a jury trial date of July 14th at 9 a.m. I've given you a final pretrial date of July 13th at 8:30 a.m. If it's nothing further, Ms. Graves, I wish you the best of luck.
I would like to say something, Your Honor. I'm asking, for the record, I would like to know, will the matters of my abatement be addressed?
They've already been addressed.
And how did you address it? Can you explain it to me?
Like I said, I'm not explaining anything to you.
I'm asking. Okay, so the parts of my
Great. This concludes this hearing. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
So
Have a good
it
day.
will not be addressed. My matters will not
Have
be
a good
addressed.
day. If that's how you feel, have a good day. Best of
No,
luck to you.
I don't want to say how I feel. I want the court to tell me what's going on so that I can know how to move forward.
I'm not telling you what's going on. You go to the court rules and do that. Have a good day, Ms. Graves. Best of luck to you.
So my matters will not be addressed.
They have been. Have a good day, Ms. Graves. Last time I'm going to say it. Best of luck to you. And if you continue on, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Horn. Back I'm sorry, but I just want to make you aware of what you'll be dealing with.
The man then emphasizes his decades of hunting experience, claiming he has hunted safely for roughly 50 years and has never shot or seriously endangered another person. He even states that he builds his own firearms, presenting that experience as proof that he understands firearm safety. The officials don't directly challenge his personal ability. Their concern is the environment, the public, and the possibility of an accident. This distinction is important because the disagreement isn't really about whether this particular man knows how to hunt. It's about whether this specific location is appropriate for hunting with a rifle. Then the commentary highlights the larger issue. Assumptions can quickly replace facts when authorities respond to reports without fully understanding the circumstances. The man says he came for a scheduled orientation, yet multiple officials became involved because of concerns about gunshots and hunting. Whether the officers were justified or overly cautious, the encounter demonstrates how quickly a routine interaction can become a constitutional argument.